Long, long ago, in the magnificent city of Baghdad, a just and wise caliph named Harun al-Rashid ruled the land. He was known for his fairness and his deep love for his people. One bright morning, a humble fisherman, his face etched with worry and excitement, arrived at the palace gate. He carried a heavy, mysterious chest he had pulled from the currents of the Tigris River. What could be inside? A forgotten treasure. Ancient gold. The palace guards, intrigued, brought the chest before the caliph. When the heavy lid was finally pried open, a wave of shock silenced the entire court. A collective gasp filled the grand hall. Inside, nestled among silks, lay the body of a beautiful young woman, her life tragically cut short. The caliph's heart grew heavy with sorrow and a burning desire for justice. This was not just a crime, it was a tragedy that stained the heart of his beloved city. He turned to his most trusted advisor, the loyal vizier. His voice, usually calm, was now firm with resolve. "Jafar," he commanded, "find the person responsible for this terrible act. Uncover the truth, no matter where it leads. You have 3 days. If you fail, the consequences will be severe." Jafar, feeling the immense weight of his caliph's command, knew this would be the most difficult task of his life. 3 days to solve a mystery with no clues, no witnesses, and no name. He immediately set out into the bustling streets and sprawling markets of Baghdad. He spoke to merchants and travelers, to elders and children, listening to every whisper, every rumor, every fragment of a story that might lead him to the truth. For 2 days and 2 nights he searched tirelessly, his hope beginning to fade. Just as despair began to set in on the 3rd and final day, he overheard a hushed conversation that finally pieced the heartbreaking puzzle together. The story was of a young woman deeply loved by her husband. She had fallen gravely ill, and her health wasted away with each passing day. The doctors were baffled, and her husband was desperate. She told him that the only thing in the world that could possibly bring a smile to her face and perhaps restore her strength was a taste of a very special apple. These weren't just any apples. They were incredibly rare, known for their magical crispness and sweet scent, and they grew only in a distant orchard. Her husband, driven by a love that knew no bounds, vowed to find them for her. He embarked on a long and perilous journey, crossing deserts and mountains, facing dangers at every turn. Finally, after weeks of searching, he found the fabled orchard and managed to acquire not 1, but 3 of these precious apples. He was overjoyed, certain that these fruits would be the cure for his beloved wife. He carefully packed them and began the long journey home, his heart light with hope. But as fate would have it, his journey was not yet over. On his return trip, just a day's ride from Baghdad, he stopped to rest. While he slept, a thief crept into his camp and stole one of the 3 precious apples. The thief, unaware of the apple's true significance, saw it only as a quick way to make money. He rushed to the bustling city market and sold the rare fruit to the highest bidder. A different man, a stranger, bought the apple and, proud of his purchase, carried it openly through the streets, showing it off to all who would look. And that's when a small, seemingly innocent moment would change everything forever. The sick woman's young son was playing in the street when he saw the man with the magnificent apple. He recognized it instantly from his father's descriptions. Confused and heartbroken, the boy believed his mother must have given the precious gift away, perhaps to another man. He didn't understand the true story. He only saw what he thought was a betrayal. Filled with a child's righteous anger, he ran home as fast as his legs could carry him and cried out to his father, "The apple you brought for mother, she has given it away." The husband, already exhausted and emotionally fragile from his journey, heard his son's words, and his world shattered. His hope turned to ash, and a storm of jealousy and grief consumed him. In his clouded mind, his wife's illness and her supposed betrayal became intertwined. He imagined the worst, and in a moment of uncontrollable rage and sorrow, he confronted her. Blinded by his pain, he committed the terrible, irreversible act. Overcome with regret and desperate to hide what he had done, he placed her body in the chest and set it adrift in the river, hoping the currents would carry his secret and his shame far away forever. And so the mystery of the three apples revealed a story not of simple crime, but of love, misunderstanding, and profound tragedy. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from history and legend. We'll see you in the next video.